The signals had traveled for decades, drifting across the void with the slow persistence of hope. And at last they reached eyes and minds that had never before looked upon Earth. Civilizations, older than stars themselves, detected the faint pulses, irregular at first, chaotic, human, but gradually forming patterns, carrying intelligence, carrying ambition. The universe paused, not because humans were strong or clever, but because they were audacious. Small, fragile creatures, carbon-based, frail and mortal, were claiming a presence across light years. The first civilizations to intercept the messages did not react with fear or diplomacy. They reacted with disbelief. The Veiled Dominion, ancient and precise, whose fleets had navigated the collapse of suns and the deaths of galaxies, watched carefully, calculating, expecting the signals to fizzle. But they did not. They grew stronger, more complex, deliberate. Humans were speaking to the cosmos, not politely, not cautiously, but with the raw honesty of survival and curiosity. The message was simple, repeated in countless forms. We exist. We will endure. We will not remain invisible. When the first human ships ventured beyond the solar system, they did so not as an armada, but as fragile probes and small exploratory vessels. Alien civilizations, upon seeing them drift into their space, expected hesitation, panic, or destruction. They found none. Human vessels moved with purpose, powered by ingenuity, improvisation, and that strange, unquantifiable force the galaxy had begun to fear, will. Fleets designed by human hands were not the most advanced, but they adapted, they improvised, they survived against odds no strategy had predicted. And when they arrived in distant systems, human emissaries stepped forward unarmed, unshielded, not with arrogance, but with confidence, a strange mixture of curiosity and courage. Alien observers, who had never known vulnerability to be a form of strength, recoiled. Humans spoke with gestures and words alien in their simplicity, offered gifts that were meaningless to the sophisticated, yet communicated respect and intelligence. Humans did not negotiate as the weak, they negotiated as equals, displaying ingenuity, audacity, and the unpredictable creativity of a species unrestrained by fear. The galaxy realized, with a mixture of awe and unease, that humanity was no ordinary species. As human explorers encountered hostile species, attempts to intimidate or manipulate them failed repeatedly. Humans adapted instantly, turning ambushes into opportunities, threats into lessons. Every failure became a lesson, every loss a stepping stone, every risk a calculation that included imagination as much as logic. They were chaotic, reckless, and brilliant, and no empire could predict their actions. The humans' unpredictability became their greatest weapon, and the galaxy whispered a warning to itself. Do not underestimate them. They are small, but their impact is vast. They are mortal, but their ambition is infinite. Over time, human influence spread, not through conquest, but through ingenuity and reputation. Systems once barren or ignored were transformed, not merely terraformed, but imbued with human culture. Cities born of imagination, technology driven by audacity, diplomacy guided by intuition, and art that spoke of Earth even in alien skies. Where other species relied on tradition, humans relied on improvisation. Where others deferred to cautious elders, humans trusted themselves. They were dangerous, not because of weapons, but because of possibility realized through courage. Even the most ancient observers, the Karun, the Veil, the Xyrophy, recorded a single thought, repeated in every archive and crystal memory across light years. Humans were a species the universe had miscalculated, fragile yet unyielding, weak yet unstoppable, young yet eternal in their ambition. Every time the galaxy predicted their limits, humanity shattered them. Every time the cosmos whispered impossible, humans answered with action. By the end of the century, humans had moved from curiosity to legend. They were no longer the species that should not have risen. They had become the species that defined audacity in the eyes of the universe. Where the ancients saw impossibility, humans saw challenge. Where darkness threatened to extinguish them, they improvised, endured, and survived. And every success, every daring venture, every improbable triumph built the cosmic reputation that would endure for millennia. The universe, vast and patient, had finally recognized them, not merely as life, but as a force, a paradox, a species whose fragility made their audacity shine brighter than any star. And somewhere in the endless void, as human ships continue to spread across systems unknown, one realization settled quietly across the galaxy. These humans were unlike any other. They were unpredictable, relentless, and alive in ways no intelligence had ever measured. They were humanity, and the galaxy had no choice but to take notice.